guest musicians for us.
Oh, great. Well, the production quality on this live release is quite amazing. It's one of the best I've heard. So, when you listen your new live album and you compare it to the other live albums that you like from other bands, which are your favorite live releases of all times?
You mean by any old bands or?
Any band, yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, well, that's a tricky question, but I still have to say that "Made in Japan" by Deep Purple is one of my absolute favorites. It's just a very well functioning band playing together on stage, and it's one of those magical nights where everything is just clicking in together, and all the little jam sessions and everything just adds to the greatness of the performance. So I would say "Made in Japan" is probably the best live album, but also there are other live albums that has meant a lot to me personally, like "Strangers in the Night" by UFO or "Live and Dangerous" by Thin Lizzy, obviously.
Yes. Oh, that's great. Well, the Sweden Rock Festival seems like the perfect stage to do this 30th anniversary show. But if you couldn't made the Sweden Rock Festival, did you imagine yourself playing this same anniversary show in other place or on another stage?
I think playing it, as you said, at the Sweden Rock Festival was the ultimate stage for us because it was, after all, I mean, a Swedish band playing the 30th anniversary show in Sweden,
Yeah.
and also the fact that Sweden Rock Festival is one of the biggest, if not the biggest and most respected festival in Europe. Uh, it was like a perfect match, I would say. I always had a very good relationship with the people and the promoters at Sweden Rock Festival because we're always been working a lot with the radio station that I'm working with, Rock Classic. We always had a good relationship with Sweden Rock Festival, so I know all the people in the organization and everything. So it was just like playing at my best friend's party, sort of, that kind of feeling, So it's I would say Sweden Rock Festival was the ultimate place for Europe to do this show.
Oh, great. Well, the drumming is quite interesting as well on this release. And now that you have played songs from all the eras, including songs from your latest releases, do you see any evolution in particular in your way of playing?
Speaking for me personally, I think so. I think these days I mean, I've always been a team player. I always saw myself as the engine in a vehicle, sort of,
Yeah.
rather than being like a technical drummer like Mike Portnoy or Neil Peart or something like that. I've always tried to be the driving force in the band. I would compare myself more maybe like to drummers like John Bonham or Phil Rudd in AC/DC or something. Drummers that are really solid and driving in the music. So I think over the years, what has happened to me is I've more and more realized that fact. Because in the 80s, maybe I tried a little bit more to be more technical or try to do more complicated stuff. These days, I'm more interested in being a musical drummer and playing what is suitable for the music that I'm playing. So I think over the years, I don't know, I wouldn't say simplify, but I've changed in a way that I'm playing more suitable stuff, and I think I've become more solid and heavier. I've become more of a heavy drummer like John Bonham or Cozy Powell, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, in some legend bands, Scorpions, are announcing farewell tours right now, or at least farewell tours from long world tours. So, do you imagine doing that with Europe in the future? Like you have to say goodbye to the big tours and just well, saving yourself for venues.
Well, I think when the time, I mean, the time will come eventually, but we don't see the end of the band now. But when the day come and we decide that okay, now it's time to call it quits, I think we should definitely do a big farewell hurrah tour, and play, to all the different, go throughout the world and say goodbye to all the fans across the globe. But as I said, we feel like we're in the middle of the career. We're still planning on recording a new album, and we're planning on touring and everything. So, and we are still full of energy and creative force. So I don't know. We'll just keep on doing this as long as we feel that we like what we're doing.
Oh, great. Well, yeah, Bag of Bones was released a year ago. Do you have something planned for the immediate future? Do you have something safe or?
Yeah. Well, what is planned right now is that we're going to do a couple of shows uh, before Christmas, and then in the next year we're going to go to England and tour with Foreigner in April, I think it is.
Yes.
We're going to go to Spain, and we're going to go to South America, I think. And so there are a lot of touring coming up, and also in the spring, in May, we're planning on going into the studio to start recording the next album. So the new album will be out hopefully in the late autumn, sometimes in next.